Alright, so today we're going to be talking about reruns, and we're going to be talking about which possible characters could be getting a rerun in 3.5. Now, we do know that Dehya is going to be one of the slots for those 5 stars, and we do know that miHoYo is going to stay with their 4 banner layout for each version because they need to get up with so many reruns, and there's so many characters that they're missing that is going to stay like that way for the foreseeable future. Now, we are going to be using one ruler to measure this, which character that can rerun and what's possible. Now, there's a difference between what's possible to rerun and what's more likely to rerun, because we are going to specify the two later in the video. Now, with Zhao being the shortest it ever took to come back after their release or their rerun, it only took him 6 banners from his rerun for his next banner. So we're going to be using that in what's possible, not what's more likely, but what's possible. Because, you know, they could always throw a curveball like they did this time, giving us Hu Tao, Yelan, and Aqua Simulacra and Staff of Home at the same time. Which, of course, if you're summoning for them, good luck. If you already had, hope you're enjoying them if you got them. If you haven't, hopefully luck strikes you in a different banner and you get multiple 5 stars or multiple weapons in your next summoning session. So hopefully that goes, you know, according to what you want. But like I said, Zhao took 6 banners to come back after his rerun and his next banner. So we're going to be using that as what's possible, and then we're going to be determining what's more likely that, you know, that 5 star is going to be coming out. So in what's possible, we have Nahida, Yoimiya, Nilou, Albedo, Sinnoh, Venti, Kokomi, Ganyu, Zhongli, Kazuha, Klee, Ayaka, Shenhe, and Eula. Now, all of these characters are above the 6 banner timeline, with Yoimiya and Nahida being 1 banner off that 6 banner timeline. And there's some characters that we can exclude off the rip. Nahida most likely won't be coming yet because usually Archons come out 4 patches or 8 banners after their release. So that is probably going to be the case with Nahida, and plus they're probably not going to sandwich her in that quick because they want people to, you know, save Primo Gems, or they want them to wait for a better character to come out, then run them dry from their Primo Gems when they bring back the Archon. Yoimiya, I have a feeling they're just going to sandwich her between the worst set of the best set of units. So, you know, Yoimiya can't catch a break, so probably she's not going to be coming back. But let's go ahead and talk about instead of who was more likely not to come back is more likely to come back, because that'll be a little bit easier to talk about. Especially characters like Eula, Shenhe, and Ayaka. These characters have not come back for Ayaka 14 banners, Shenhe 19 banners, and Eula 21 banners. That is crazy. Now, Ayaka, I can see them pushing back for a little bit longer because of how long her banner lasted the last time she was available. It lasted for over a couple months because holy crap, that was the longest banner ever. Because of, you know, difficulties with having to update the game because of certain world events in real life. So yeah, that might be pushed back for a little bit further, even though she's been gone for a long time. They might push her back just a little bit more because of that, and that was the weirdest banner time ever. That's actually where I got my C2 because it was there for that long. But talking about who are more likely to come back, Eula and Shenhe. Eula hasn't come back in 21 banners. That is a very long time, and possibly one of the longest times it's taken the character to come out since the start of Genshin. This is going to be absolutely 100% possible for a rerun because Eula has just been gone for so long. Now, Shenhe as well, 19 banners without coming back, and she has never gone to rerun. She's also a contender to come back. Now, with those two in mind and those two possibly coming back, they are, as you can say, they're not as hard of a summon as a lot of other characters. Now, of course, Shenhe is an amazing support, and you know, but she's a little bit niche. Eula, she's really cool as a character, really cool as a DPS. But physical isn't as meta in the game anymore, nor is it crazy anymore compared to Denjo and these other elemental teams. Now, of course, I'm not saying don't summon for them, but I'm just saying that between a free-to-player's perspective when it comes to, you know, getting the most value for your Primo Gems, I would say that it's not going to be as hard of a choice it has been in this version with, you know, Alhaitham, Hu Tao, and Yelan. All these characters were absolutely nasty, so it was kind of hard for people to summon. And for this set of banners, you know, Dehya, possibly Eula, possibly Shenhe, is going to be a little bit easier for people to skip or figure out if they want to summon. Now, talking about another character that could take up that slot, Kazuha is a very good option. Klee is a very good option because we still need to have our Mondstadt centered event, which we have to have soon because that's usually what we do all the time. We have the Lantern Rite, we still need to do Wind Bloom Festival. And you know, with that being the case, Klee could possibly be making an appearance. Sinnoh is also possible. It's been 7 banners since his last release, and that is going to be pretty much a good timeline for characters to come back, usually after 8 banners. So it's very possible that he could be coming back as well. Venti, of course, he could be coming back because of a Mondstadt centered event that we could get. And those are pretty much the characters that we could possibly expect to have when it comes to who's accompanying Dehya in the 5-star slots. Because we have Eula, who has been gone for 21 days, so for sure she has to be somewhere in the rerun schedule, because holy crap, she is the longest character to not have gone a rerun in the longest time in Genshin, if I am not wrong. Shenhe is also locked up. We don't know where she's at. She's a very great, amazing cryo support. She is super fun when it comes to seeing all those big numbers come out, and bam, you're just gonna see all of these big nuking normal attack numbers. Is super cool. And then Ayaka, like I said, it's possible for her to come out, but because of the situation of having her banner stay up for so long compared to other units, it's possible they might push her back, even though it's been a very long time since she's been out, because of, you know, those Royal Roll events and how long her banner was out. So it's possible they push it back maybe 1 or 2 more patches compared to what it would have been if it was a normal timeline and a normal banner duration, if she had not gotten that extended one. So in my picks, REHOO might possibly come back, especially with, I would say we would need a Sumru character and Mondstadt characters for what could possibly be, you know, up for, you know, the reruns for 3.5. For Dehya, I'm assuming that we're gonna get another Sumru character, and the longest Sumru character that hasn't been out with their rerun is Sinnoh, actually. So Sinnoh and Dehya could be first half, just because they're both Sumru characters, and Sinnoh is the oldest Sumru character at this point in the game that hasn't gotten the rerun yet. And then for the second half, I'm going to assume Mondstadt characters because of a Mondstadt centered event that I'm assuming that we're probably going to get. We already had leeway, so I don't see Shenhe coming out, sadly, very soon. But we should be expecting a Mondstadt centered event possibly. So maybe Eula and... I'm going to throw out a curveball, maybe Eula and Venti, or Eula and Klee, because they make the most sense. Mondstadt centered units, and they've both been gone for a long minute. Klee being out the longest, but Venti also being a really good pick because of its Archon, can drive up the sales for MiHoYo and all that. So it's very possible we see that combination of units, and if it is, it would be an interesting way to see who people are going to summon for, because it'll be Dehya, Sinnoh, Eula, Venti, or Eula, Klee. And if that is the actual true banner schedule, which that would be so cool if I got it right, this might be the first patch where it might not be that hard to summon on or not. So make sure to like and sub, all that type of stuff, if you made it all the way to the end of the video. I will be making dummy guys and all that type of stuff for all the characters coming out that will be out with Dehya in the future. Remember that we're going to be streaming Star Rail tomorrow at around 1 p.m. Ish in the afternoon tomorrow, EST. So if you want to join for that, I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait to stream it. Everything, I might stream it over here on YouTube. I don't know, I gotta see first. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end. See y'all in the next one, and peace.